particularly in the lane.
76ers trail by 4. Here's Yabusele. 1:41 left to play in the first quarter. George's shot is off. The Timberwolves have got 7 of 8 in the basket. Edwards against George. From the line. Edwards can't hit.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Minnesota leading by 4. Gobert finds Edwards. Banked it in off the glass. Edwards got 14 points for the game.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Here's Yabusele. And that's good. Off the glass that time.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Here's Edwards. Sweet little floater. 16 points for him.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
For 3, Maxey. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
It's blocked by Gobert.
Yeah, the long arms, it's difficult to protect your shot from Gobert's reach.
Randall connects on the open jumper. Randall's got his second basket of the game.
They have no answer defensively inside.
George for 3, pure from three-point range.
Once he breaks out the crossover, you just know something special is about to happen.
Outside Edwards, shoots over George. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Timberwolves. He was dominant this quarter, scoring in bunches. More 2K action in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
Dante DiVincenzo out there with Edwards. Then there's Naz Reid, then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and it's Garza in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
The Timberwolves lead by 4. The shot that time not on target. Walker with some nice D. Well, the 76ers shooting just 37% in the game. Pass to Edwards, back to Walker. Off target from outside.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Edwards for 3. Oh, Edwards! Money on the triple!
This right here, whew, this is how you want to play the game. With passion, with energy, just great hustle play right there.
Butler passes to Oubre. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. For Minnesota, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Shot from 12. It's not going to go for him. And so it's Walker with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. 7-point differential. And this is the first season matchup for them against Minnesota.
We see these teams face off only twice a year. Last year, each won.
And who knows, if you want to look all the way ahead to the finals, it's possible these teams could see each other there. So both teams looking to make a statement in their first meeting of the season.
Philadelphia's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Come on, get back for your Timbervolves.
changes. Gobert comes in for Garza, and Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. And Philadelphia making a change here. Now here's Walker. No points so far.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Here's Edwards. They lead by 7. It's good! Edwards! What strength! Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue, but in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals. I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, the Sixers' 2 stars make a great pairing. Maxey said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy, good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Allie. Thank you.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
And it's the Sixers for the ball. They trail by 11. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And that one, good. For Minnesota, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. Here's Edwards. Getting it done inside. Edwards.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
76ers trail by 11. Butler passes to Drummond. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. From the wing, Drummond grabs the miss.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
They grab their own miss.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Now here's Edwards. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Butler. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. Outside Edwards from behind the arc. Rebound Minnesota. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, they connected from outside all game, and the defense had absolutely no answer for it.
And you talk to coaches around the league, and they'll tell you sometimes the ball just goes in. It's as simple as that.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And Minnesota with some changes. Julius Randle's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Anthony Edwards. And there's 1:38 left in the half. Gobert against Maxey. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Getting up and finishing. Maxey leaving no doubt.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Down low. Oh, my goodness! How about that? And down it goes. Jam that one home.
This team wants Maxey to have the ball in his hands. He is a great decision maker that gets better every year.
And how about our AT&T 5G Slam Cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. Now here's Conley. He's scoreless. Randle can't hit.
And usually that's a bucket for him. But look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Here's Grimes. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits.
Such great feel for the game and where his teammates are. Maxey letting his basketball IQ take over.
Here's Conley. Good work there as it goes. Conley's gotten his first bucket of the night.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Maxey And he drains it. That basket makes him 4 for 9.
So tenacious. Maxey finds a way through.
The Timberwolves lead by 8. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Conley. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Conley's got 4 points this quarter.
And very few teams rely on mid-range jumpers nowadays, but that's been their preferred way of finding points.
George's shot is off. Outside, DiVincenzo. And so that brings the first half to a close. Timberwolves ahead, leading by 10. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with Nick Nurse, and Coach, I saw you imploring your team to pick it up. Where do you need to be better in the second half?
Well, we're not very good offensively right now. I think we're taking some okay shots, but we got to be a little bit more patient and keep moving it around a little bit. Need multiple paint touches rather than just one. So we just got to do a little bit better job of getting off it and relocating a little bit.
Patience is a virtue. Thank you, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. An uphill battle so far for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Poor execution for them offensively. Settling for bad shots far too often. Recipe for disaster.
Man, Kenny, your optimism is infectious. And next up on the docket, I'll look at some upcoming games. The Bucks will face off against the Hawks out in Atlanta. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time is the tip-off.
Now, this could be a close one, guys. Two evenly matched teams. I don't really know what else to say.
And two fantastic teams. Could be a preview for the postseason. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Second half underway. Here's who Nick Nurse has got on the floor. Kelly Oubre out there with George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey, and it's Yabusele in at the 5.
Smart pass from the quick-thinking Maxey. Outstanding at finding uncovered teammates.
Here's Edwards. Edwards, no problem with the contact.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Randall, right side. And Edwards with the basket on the assist from Randall. Edwards got 35 in the game. 76ers trail by 10. To the middle. Here's Grimes. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
The 76ers have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He wants to give them a breather and talk things over. And with the playoffs around the bend, here are the Western standings. Taking a look at the Timberwolves, if the playoffs started today, they'd go in as the 7 seed.
Seeing where the Timberwolves are, they're really doing their best to rise through the rankings. Time will tell whether they can pull it off.
And you have to wonder if this roster can get to that next level. They have talent, but if it doesn't come together, they might have to shake it up.
Here's George. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
gets the ball and takes the shot. It's that easy for Paul George.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Now here's Edwards. 37 points for him. And there it is for him. Edwards has got 39.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
And George with the jam.
I like when Paul looks to score inside because he's more than capable of dunking it through.
Here's Edwards. The rebound by Yabusele.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Brian, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie. Shot is good by Edwards.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
From the stripe. And it's Maxey missing.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
Shot is good by Edwards. Edwards got 43 points.
And the offensive firepower Edwards is capable of is special. I mean, we are seeing it on full display right now.
Maxey, that's good. Minnesota leading by 8. Outside Edwards from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Oubre's got 4 rebounds in the game.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit 1 from range in the first half, but nothing since.
Driving to the basket. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Impressive. Their ball movement has been excellent tonight.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Timberwolves.
I'm liking the throwback approach. They're making use of the mid-range area and inflicting major damage there.
Yeah, all game long, they've been also playing well inside in the paint. Lots of points are coming their way thanks to them attacking the interior. They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Shot is up. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. And the Timberwolves lead by 8. The 76ers have gotten 8 of 11 shots to go in. Efficient so far in the third. Butler can't get it to go. And so Randall will bring it up for the T-Wolves. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Count it. And now a 10-point Timberwolves lead.
Yeah, and anytime there's contact in there with Randall, he usually gets the best of it.
Butler passes to George. The 3 is up. And that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
Here's Conley. Rebound by the 76ers. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now. Here's George. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle.
And you got to give Paul George credit for his mental toughness. There's always lots of chatter out there, but he tunes it out and just focuses on his game.
Dillingham's checked in for the Timberwolves. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Walker's checked in.
Nice little draw up there from the inbounds play to get them an easy bucket.
George outside. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
76ers trail by 5. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Council, he's checked in for Philadelphia. George hits them both.
Didn't get to the line in the first half, but since the break, he's been in attack mode. Great adjustment.
The Timberwolves lead by 3. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Dillingham, no good. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling. His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Dillingham. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And here's Butler outside. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. It's Minnesota up by 1. After a quick break, we're coming right back with